You filed this motion for defendant to be ordered to jail-based competency restoration program?
Judge, that was just in case the courts didn't want to continue him on an outpatient basis.
Mhm.
So that was us being vigilant and looking worst case scenario that if the
Well, the person who's to determine whether he's supposed to be on outpatient or inpatient would be Judge Carruthers' court,
okay.
not this court.
Okay, Judge, he was set in this court by y'all last time for the status of his situation. He does have a warrant that was issued by another judge, a magistrate judge at the jail, that the pretrial office sent a violation to. So I wanted to bring that to the court's attention. It just stated that he just left the boarding home because he's on full house arrest GPS.
Mhm.
But Your Honor, the issue is that I wanted to bring to the court's attention was that he didn't get his injection on time. He was due to get his medical injection on Friday, September the 8th. That had to be rescheduled. And then this violation occurred in the meantime on the weekend, and then he got his injection on the 11th. So
Okay, you need to stay on Zoom and show your video, Mr. Jones. Otherwise, you're going to have to appear in court.
is it sure that he's not logged on?
No, he's logged on.
He's logged on. Oh,
Just-
just connectivity issues.
Yes.
Yes, there he is, Judge. Some audio issues.
So he's been deemed incompetent. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge. So just a brief background, he was in custody for about 8 months before I got the case. Asked CHCS to evaluate him for outpatient-based competency.
Mhm.
Judge Carruthers did allow that because he had some time in custody without being transferred to the state hospital, and CHCS has been seeing him. Ms. Ashley Amasquita was on earlier. She's with the Center for Healthcare and supervises the outpatient-based competency restoration, but she had to attend a screening at 9:45. So she does apologize for having to have been left off, but his case manager, Bianca Barrera, is on Zoom. I believe she can attest to him being compliant with Center for Healthcare Services.
All right, we're going to go on the record.
That's right.
Court is calling 2022 CR 9119, State of Texas versus Pierce Jones. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ruben Herrera for the state.
Renee Munoz on behalf of Pierce Jones.
And Mr. Jones is by Zoom. However, I believe his audio is not working. Defense, can you attest to that being your client?
Yes, Judge, I can attest to such.
All right. State, do you have any objection to the witness appearing by Zoom?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Then, Ms. Barrera, if you'll unmute, please. Can you
Yes.
raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Bianca Barrera,
All right, and how are you employed?
the Center for Healthcare Services.
All right, and is Mr. Piers Michael Jones under the umbrella of Center for Healthcare Services?
Correct.
Is he in compliance?
Yes.
All right, has he taken his medication?
Yes, he has been medication compliant.
All right, and is that medication through an injection?
Yes, one of the medications is his injection. He also has 2 other medications that he takes as well. And the group home monitors and make sure that he does take those as well. So he's medication compliant.
All right, and if he ever leaves the group home, will the court be notified?
I believe so. He does have his pretrial officer and they're the ones that do that part of the court commitment.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
Just a brief question for Ms. Barrera. Hi, Ms. Barrera, Attorney Munoz on behalf of Mr. Jones. Is it y'all's understanding that he was scheduled for the injection on Friday, September the 8th?
Yes, that is correct. And due to a miscommunication between transportation, our drivers in transportation and the front desk, they let him know that the doctor had rescheduled appointments due to not being in the office. And so transportation did not go out. However, he did get scheduled on Monday and he did get his injection.
Okay, that's the only question I had. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, any questions, State?
Nothing based on that.
All right, the court is going to ask that the warrant be recalled, and this case needs to be referred to Judge Carruthers because Judge Carruthers will be hearing it until competency is restored.
Yes, Your Honor, understood.
All right, thank you so much for zooming in, Ms. Ferrera. All right,
Thank you,
recall the
Judge.
warrant on that and refer it to Judge Carruthers. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes. All right, so we keep having a problem with your client drinking.
I understand, Judge. Well, allegedly, Judge.
All right. Was there a test he can do today for alcohol? All right, I'm not going to sign this motion to withdraw until he goes over and gives me a UA to see if he's positive for alcohol today.
Your Honor, those results will not be immediate. They will take a couple of days for them to come back.
Okay, all right.
So if he's going today, probably won't be back until Tuesday or Wednesday of next week.
All right, so he needs to go over there today and do a UA for alcohol. And what's the distance from here to there?
It's not too far from the jail, Judge.
Oh, okay. So you should be able to get there before 11. So you need to be over there before 11 today? And then we're going to come back and you say a couple of days?
If you would, Your Honor, come back on next Thursday, that will ensure that it's.
All right, so we're going to sit it on the 21st, and I'm not going to sign this until I get the results of that UA.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
so Ms. Fergus, can you give them a reset for the 21st?
Is it gonna be for contested as well again, or is it separate contested today?
You can put it as a contested. And we'll see where we are.
And he has to be in person, correct?
Yes.
He's coming in from Houston.
Yes, to be in person. All right, so you need to get a UA done today for alcohol before 11.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thanks.
There may be a little wait at the facility, Judge, but
I mean, he'll be there before 11, Judge.
Yes,
Yeah, he's gonna go directly there.
yes, and I'm sure they'll have him sign in and he'll have the time on there.
Wonderful. And then we're just, at that point, he can return to Houston.
Yes.
Okay.
And then come back here on the 21st.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
One second.
So what is happening with Mr. Sturgis?
Judge, I have an update for the court. As the court is aware that I was appointed to Mr. Sturgis's case. He's been placed on probation here out of the 187th.
Yes.
However, he does have a warrant out of Guadalupe County for choking strangulation. I have confirmed with Guadalupe County that they do want him to be over there. They have told us, they have told me personally that Bear County Sheriff's Office needs to send a notice to them for Guadalupe to come pick him up from the Bear County Jail.
Okay.
I tried myself to contact Bear County Jail. It is not an easy process.
Mhm.
The sheriff will not answer his phone and or any of his deputies, and they are, eventually after a long time on the phone, they eventually send me to a voicemail and I never get a call back.
Just one moment. Could we go off the record, please? Ashley Caballero.
this is a compliance hearing.
Yes.
Your original conditions of probation indicated that if inpatient treatment was not recommended for Ms. Caballero to come back to court for more direction. The top did come back and it is recommending intensive outpatient treatment, monthly urinalysis, and documented sober support meetings. Since being at the jail, she presented to me since being at the jail, she presented to me a parenting class that she's completed already.
All right, is there any inpatient support for her, maybe with women at Alpha Home or somewhere of that nature? Because the problem is you've been clean and sober because you're at the jail. So I'm trying to find a place for you where you cannot be around the same people, places, and things.
I was looking into Casa Mia.
Okay, yes.
And, yeah, I was trying to.
Casa Mia would be a great place.
I've been looking into it, just try to see if I could get into it, or y'all could send me there or something.
All right. Is there any way we can check on Casa Mia?
We can check on Casa Mia.
And because they've actually have a new facility.
That just opened.
Yes, and that's a great facility. I had a chance to visit.
Yeah, I had my brother call in to see if they had any, if he could try to get me to get my information in there. So when I got out or anything, that I could go in.
Okay. If we can do that. And then do you need the contact information for Casa Mia?
Yes.
All right, let me write that down for you.
She also says that she's reached out to a program called Unlock.
Okay.
And I'd also put in for a referral to our reentry center as well.
Okay. And then with Casa Mia, if you contact CrossPoint, because CrossPoint does have some connections with Casa Mia, and then I'll try to get in touch with the people at CrossPoint to see maybe if they can get her in. Okay. All right, so you're going to remain in custody. We're going to see if we can get you transferred to Casa Mia, and I'm going to recall this in 14 days just so we can keep track.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Ms. Ferguson, on this case, if we can have a phantom date in 14 days, and I say a phantom date because if Casa Mia is going to accept you, I don't want them to say, oh, she has a court date, we're not going to accept her. So it'll be in the system for us, and you'll know that you're coming back in 14 days. What date, Ms. Ferguson?
Right.
All right, so we'll bring you back on September 28th.
Okay.
Pay for the court judgment.
All right, and yes, what is your update?
I was appointed to Mr. Smith the last sitting.
Yes,
We have spoken to the district attorney's office. We're going to be doing pretrial diversion.
okay.
Once 2 classes are completed, the case will be dismissed. And we just need a little bit more time to get those classes done.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a PTD date, please?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
22.
I can do October 19th.
You're gonna have to start making better decisions in your life. You understand? What are you doing with your future?
I'm just working. I'm working at a restaurant, so I can take over the family restaurant in Arkansas.
Sorry, do what?
Oh, my bad. Currently working at a restaurant. so I
No,
can build
your
it.
mistake, not my bad.
My mistake.
Okay.
I'm currently working at a restaurant to build my background, so I can take over the family restaurant in Arkansas.
All right. So there's a family restaurant in Arkansas? And what type of food do they have?
Barbecue.
Is it good barbecue?
It's kind of low.
I would love it.
It's Arkansas barbecue though, isn't it?
Okay, so are you planning on going to live back in Arkansas?
And 6 more months of the job I'm at, so I can build my experience.
Why, are there no restaurants in Arkansas to build your experience?
My cousin wants me to do it down here. He just doesn't want me to go all the way up there and then be like, oh, I don't love it anymore, and then just come back for no reason.
All right, and is this your first cousin?
Yes, ma'am.
And are your parents aware of this? Where are your parents?
My mom's actually at work right now, but she's aware of it.
Okay, and is she in San Antonio? So all your other family is here in San Antonio?
Just my grandmother, my grandpa, and a few of my aunts.
Okay. How far did you go in school?
I graduated.
All right. You know, they have plenty of classes that you can take at San Antonio College, Monte Vista, all these different places to give you a little bit more background in restaurant business. And I think they have some classes that are free. So you wouldn't be in any debt and you'd have more knowledge.
That's what I'm looking to.
We should Google that.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, well, we'll see you back on October 19th. Just sign the reset form and you're excused.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, where's the attorney on Fabian Cardenas? All right. What is happening with this case?
That's what referring on this case. Mr. Barno, Brittany Mitchell's handling the lead on this. He does have a pending, a new case pending and still awaiting indictment of this case. It does involve significant media attention. So we're trying to reach a global resolution to this.
Okay, because you know I don't care about media attention.
Absolutely.
I'm going to make my ruling based upon what I have before me. Did I see the file on Fabian Cardenas, please? All right. So he has this case, which is, he's on, I guess, probation for evading. What is the new case?
It's an endangering of a child, Your Honor.
All right, so when are you all going to have that information? Because this motion to revoke, there is other allegations besides the endangering a child. So why can't we proceed?
Your Honor, I've been made aware that it doesn't, that prior to indicting this case, it would involve a conversation with our supervisor. I don't know if that conversation has been made or had been had at this point. So that's basically what's holding up.
Who's the supervisor?
With Mrs. Power.
All right, they need to come down then and supervise. Because this has been reset since July 20th of 2023. And how long has this allegation of endangering been out there?
May 6th, Your Honor.
All right, so technically, we've been waiting since May of 2023 for a supervisor. So that's May. I'm not even going to count May. June, July, August, September, 4 months. So I'm going to set this for a contested. It's going to be set in October and it's going in October. So whatever supervisor is doing whatever, they need to do something by that time. All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need an October date for a contested hearing on Fabian Cardenas. Okay, October 19th.
Very well, Judge. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
And when I said I don't care about the media, I think media is great to keep citizens informed, but my decisions are not based upon popularity or my decision is not based upon whether a case is in the media or not. My decision is based upon whatever evidence is brought to me, and I make a decision based on that. That's why when you have jurors, you tell them all your evidence that you receive is supposed to come from inside the courtroom, not what everybody else is saying. All right.
Understood.
All right. So we'll give you a reset form for October 19th.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.